In this video, I'm going to be talking about how the Lions defense pretty much dominated the Jacksonville Jaguars offense. The players were consistently in position to make plays, and for the most part, they did just that. So how big of a deal is this win? Well, it's definitely a deal. It doesn't necessarily mean that the season is back on track, but it doesn't mean that it's not either. Whether you think this win is the beginning of something great for the rest of the season, or whether you want to write this off as it being a win against the Jaguars, I just ask you, the viewer, to come to the halfway point. We got a win, and I'm not going to be complaining too much. So let's dive into the film on how the Lions defense held Gardner Minshew and company to 16 points. When I roll this back, the three players that you should probably pay the most attention to are Jamie Collins, Romeo Okwara, and Amani Oruwariye. I have all of them circled. The reason I think you should pay attention to Jamie Collins on this play is how he is going to be patient, and he's going to be very disciplined, and he's not going to try to do too much until the opportunity presents itself. And then with Romeo Okwara, he's just going to shoot right into the backfield. The guard doesn't really do the best job of picking him up. Well, in all honesty, he doesn't do a job at all. He basically allows Romeo Okwara to just run free into the backfield. But when an opportunity to make a play presents itself, you gotta take advantage, and that's what Romeo Okwara did on this play. And then with Amani Oruwariye, he doesn't get credit for any tackle on this play at all. But I guess it's notable what he does because he stays disciplined. He doesn't try to do anyone else's job but his own. Alright, so let's see how this play plays out. Ball's hiked, you see Romeo Okwara shoot right into the backfield, and you see Jamie Collins following the running back. And then you see Amani Oruwariye playing outside contain, but he'll eventually try to get into the play, but he does a good job of not trying to do too much. And the play results in a loss for 1 yard. Now this is one of my favorite plays from the game, because this play took place right after Stafford threw an interception. When that interception occurred, I think we were all kind of thinking the same thing. Here we go again. But that wasn't the case. The defense did a very good job of bailing out the offense, or Stafford in this case, on this particular drive. Nick Williams, who I have underneath the arrow, is going to be the one who makes the tackle for a loss on this play. And the Jaguars offensive line doesn't do the best job of picking him up. But like I said, when an opportunity to make a play presents itself, you got to take advantage of it. But on this particular pitch, aside from Nick Williams, I think it's very impressive how the Lions defense just swarmed to the ball carrier and gave him pretty much nowhere to operate. Alright, so let's see how this play plays out. Ball's hiked, and you see the pitch to Robinson, and watch Nick Williams get pretty much right into the backfield. And he's chasing down Robinson, and look at how the whole Lions defense pretty much just swarms to the ball carrier. Even if Nick Williams didn't make the tackle, there were plenty of others to make it anyway. And you even see big Danny Shelton getting in on the play right there. Alright, so this is a fourth down play from that same drive. And the Lions were able to force a fourth down stop on this play. So the Jaguars ended up getting no points out of the interception. The Lions are just running cover one man. That safety circled in blue is acting as the free safety. This guy right here is acting as the robber. This guy's got this guy. And then this guy right here has got the tight end. That is Jaron Curse. Jamie Collins right here has the running back. And this guy's manned up with him, and this guy's manned up with him. The Lions are bluffing like they're going to send a blitz, but they don't send anybody. However, the Lions are going to do something interesting up front. Now, the pressure doesn't really affect the play all that much, but it's certainly worth noting, in my opinion at least, what the Lions do up front. Romeo Okwara right here is going to come in on a loop, and he's basically going to have a free shot at the quarterback. If he needed that free shot, he would have had it. So good job by the coaching staff to scheme that pressure up. So Oruwariye right here is the one who's going to get the pass breakup. He is going to be attacked with a slant route, but Oruwariye sticks to him and gets his hand on the football and forces the fourth down stop. And in all honesty, the coverage on this entire play was just good across the board. So let's see how this play plays out. Ball is hiked. See the Lions dropping into their cover one robber. And you'll see Oruwariye about right here. Look how stuck to him he is. That would taken a really spectacular throw for Minshew to get that in there. Great play by Oruwariye. Good job bailing out the offense and their turnover, and the Jaguars would come away with 0 points on that drive. This play right here is Daron Harmon's interception, and I love the coverage that the Lions used on this play. I can barely even wrap my mind around everything they did, but I'll break it down as best I can. So you saw the tight end go in motion, and you saw number 42, Jayron Kearse, follow the tight end, which would give you the idea that it's some form of man coverage, like a man blitz or something like that, especially when you have all these guys crowded around the line of scrimmage. So if you're the quarterback, you're probably thinking it's like cover one blitz or something like that. However, what the Lions do with their coverage is extremely interesting. So that right there is how the play is going to start. Those 5 guys are the ones who are going to be rushing the passer. But as the play develops, that is what the coverage becomes. It basically becomes cover 3 with Jayron Kearse being the lone defender playing man on the tight end. Now, the coverage itself is not necessarily the biggest reason that this interception occurred, but I definitely thought it was worth noting how the Lions ran something pretty tricky right here. But when I play this play back, you'll see Jahlani Tavai is the one who gets the pressure. He may or may not have gotten a hand on Minshew to cause the throw to be intercepted, but he's the one that causes the pressure. And you'll see it when I play it back, and we're going to do that right now. Ball is hiked. You see how the Lions are going to start by rushing 5, and then they're going to drop some of those players that they were rushing back into coverage. And then you see Jahlani Tavai get the pressure. Honestly, he did underthrow it a little bit, but this is a spectacular interception by Daron Harmon. Climbs the imaginary ladder and gets up there and gets the pick. Tricky little coverage that the Lions ran, and a great end result for the Lions defense. So the Lions in this game did a good job of getting pressure. Even when there were open receivers, the pressure was good enough to force incompletions. Even right here, you're going to see Danny Shelton get a big hit and force an incompletion. They also did a good job for the most part of swarming to the ball. Wherever the ball went, that's where the Lions defenders went immediately. Even on that play, and on this play, this was a drop. But look at all the Lions defenders swarming to the football. Now, was the Lions defense perfect? Of course it wasn't. If it was perfect, they would have allowed negative rushing yards. They would have gotten more sacks. They wouldn't have allowed a single point. They wouldn't have allowed a single completion, so on and so forth. But you know what? There's not a single defense in NFL history that has ever played a perfect game. If that was the case, then there wouldn't be a single completion. There wouldn't be a single rushing yard, and so on and so forth. But in this game, the Lions defense did a good job. So the Lions now sit at 2-3. The Lions did a very good job in this game for the most part. Not a perfect game at all, but a very good game regardless of the opponent. And we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. So that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.